Hello, dear exiles. I felt a little bit bad by making that video I just did about RF scepters. I was hoping to get around 200 or at most 300 people to see that video, but there were a lot more people, and that ruined the market for most of you. So I want to make that up and show you how you could get a decent scepter for a lot less. As usual, we start with a fractured scepter, since fractured items are so plentiful this league. You can thank Chris for that. We alt roll for the +1 on both of these. The main difference is that one has a high fire damage over time multiplier and doesn't need the multi-mode in order to finish it, but it's a bit more expensive. And the other one needs the multi-mode in order to be finished. On both of these, you alt roll. On average, it should take around 700 to hit +1 or +1 fire. So around 700 alts and ogs, which should be around 100 chaos. This base I got for around 100 chaos. This base I got for 2 divines at current market prices. And now we are gonna regal. The regal doesn't really matter except if we block the fire damage craft. If you block the fire damage craft, we'll need to annul. Sadly. 50-50 as usual. Thankfully it's a suffix. I wish it's gonna be a suffix again, since I can block the spell damage and the suffix to prefix with the Farik Wolf Alpha. Even better now. Now that we did this and we got both suffixes, the only bad outcome is when you block the spell damage or the fire damage, you get fire damage or spell damage or cold damage or anything that blocks these crafts. Else, we're in the money. I'm gonna have to use these both on these, but first I need to block the spell damage or the fire damage, whatever you want, it's the same block. Now that I blocked these, let's go in Beastcraft. If you are wondering, these are around 10C right now. Try not to die when doing this because you'll lose the Beastcraft. First one. And the second one. The prefixes don't matter that much except if you go for specific ones, but in our case, this is what we got. After this, for the damage over time multiplier 1, we remove the craft. And we multi-mod the fire damage and fire damage over time multiplier. It's gonna cost 2 divines. And this is how you get for around, let's say, 3.5, maybe 4 divines. You'll get a weapon of this caliber. For this one, there is only one thing to do. Double slamming, hoping for 2 good suffixes. This is the trade-off. If you go for this type of craft, you get to slam and have no dead mode like the multi-mode one. While if you go this way, it's a little bit more expensive. The damage, fire damage over time and damage over time multiplier adds up to being a bit more than the damage over time multiplier total here, 39 versus 33, but you get another mod on the item this way, another slam. Sadly, we got stun duration and fire res. We could have gotten 2 decent suffixes this way, but we got stun duration. After this, we craft fire damage. And we can recraft if we got a low roll. That's the other benefit, let's say. And this is what you'll end up with, starting from the fractured scepters, damage over time multiplier and fire damage over time multiplier. With that being said, I hope this is helpful for those of you who want to make a cheaper version of this scepter, and I'll try to do these types of videos where I show you some useful crafts and maybe cheaper versions of those crafts. Until then, see you later.